I put every all-time team in the NBA. These are the best teams. Let's begin with the Western Conference. Number 8, the Denver Nuggets. At point guard, we've got Allen Iverson, David Thompson, Carmelo Anthony. Bro, these are 3 incredible scorers. At power forward, Nikola Jokic. And to give us some defense at center, Dikembe Mutombo. Number 7, the San Antonio Spurs. At point guard, we've got Tony Parker, George the Iceman Gervin, a legend. Kawhi Leonard at the small forward. Tony Parker and Kawhi Leonard are such fundamental players. But then we have the explosiveness from George Gervin, our power forward, the greatest power forward in NBA history, Tim Duncan, and David Robinson, the Hall of Fame center. All 5 players are lockdown defenders. Tony Parker and Tim Duncan played together in real life. They won so many championships. So this team has chemistry. This team is amazing. The crazy thing is they're only number 7. How are there 6 teams better? Number 6, the Los Angeles Clippers. At point guard, we've got Chris Paul. He was in his prime on the Clippers. James Harden. Kawhi Leonard, his second appearance of the video. Blake Griffin and Bob McAdoo. Prime Chris Paul was amazing with average teammates. But he has all of these elite scorers around him. He has real people to pass the ball to. And James Harden is also a playmaker, so the pressure's not all on Chris Paul. This is a very balanced team. And Blake Griffin on the Clippers was unstoppable. One of the greatest dunkers, maybe the greatest dunker in NBA history. Number 5, the OKC Thunder. At point guard, we've got MVP Russell Westbrook with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, a dream duo. These 2 guys together would average like 70 points a game. But we also have MVP Kevin Durant. The weakness is our power forward. It's only Serge Ibaka, who was a good player, don't get me wrong, but for an all-time team, he's gonna struggle against Tim Duncan and all of those legends. And our center is Chet Holmgren. Number 4, the Houston Rockets. James Harden once again, but this time he's in his prime. Tracy McGrady. This guy could have been the GOAT if he never got injured. In his prime, he was absolutely unbelievable. Clyde Drexler at small forward. But we're just getting started. The big men on this team are unbelievable. Our power forward is Hakeem the Dream Olajuwon. And at center, I can take Yao Ming. I can have the 7'6" Yao Ming at center. But we have the 3-time MVP from the 80s, averaging 30 points and 15 rebounds a game, Moses Malone. Moving into the top 3, the championship contenders. Number 3, the Sacramento Kings. This is a surprise considering the Kings are never that good. But at point guard, Oscar Robertson. Then we've got Mitch Richmond, who was unstoppable from the 3-point arc. A 3-point machine. Peja Stojakovic, maybe the greatest 3-point shooter ever. And our big men are the underrated guys. Chris Webber at power forward and prime DeMarcus Cousins. DeMarcus Cousins was winning games by himself on the Kings. Oscar Robertson having all of this talent around him, oh, it would be nice to see. Number 2, the Golden State Warriors. Steph Curry, Chris Mullin, Kevin Durant. Bro, this team is outrageous. All 3 players, not only can they shoot, they are literally 3 of the greatest shooters ever. From the 1960s, Rick Barry. This dude averaged 35 points per game. 35, bro. And if you weren't already convinced by this team, at center, we have Mr. 50 points and 30 rebounds a game, Wilt Chamberlain. This team can average 200 points a game. I'm not kidding. This is the type of team that can score 200. But there's one team that is better. Number 1! Wait, before number 1, just for fun, let me show you the worst team. The worst team of the Western Conference would be the Memphis Grizzlies. At point guard, they've got John Morant, Tony Allen at the 2, Zach Randolph, who's a good player, but he's not really a small forward, Pau Gasol, and his brother Marc Gasol. It's a great team, but for an all-time team, it's not that great. And number 1, the Los Angeles Lakers. We have the greatest point guard in NBA history, Magic Johnson, Kobe, Bean, Bryant, LeBron James. All 3 of these players are in the GOAT conversation, and they are on the same team. You know who else is in the GOAT conversation? Kareem Abdul-Jabbar! These 4 players could beat most of the other teams by themselves without a 5th player. But their 5th player is pretty good too. His name is, Shaquille O'Neal. Now, the Eastern Conference. Number 8, the Brooklyn Nets. At point guard, we've got Jason Kidd, Vince Carter, Julius Erving, the 3-time MVP. Oh, sorry, I had my facts wrong. He's actually a 4-time MVP. Kevin Durant and Brook Lopez, an incredible number 8 team. Number 7, the New York Knicks. We have the Hall of Famer Walt Frazier at point guard, Jalen Brunson, which is so interesting. Having this duo of Frazier and Brunson, both of them so fast, both of them such good passers. But who can they pass the ball to? Well, at small forward, Carmelo Anthony in his prime. Bro, when he was on the Knicks, NBA players were saying he could not be guarded. And with these teammates around him, he's definitely not being guarded. At power forward, Amari Stoudemire, and the greatest center to never win a championship, Patrick Ewing. Number 6, the Cleveland Cavaliers. At point guard, we've got Kyrie Irving, Donovan Mitchell, LeBron James, Cleveland LeBron, MVP LeBron. How is this team number 6? Are you kidding me? Kevin Love at power forward. All 4 of these guys can score 30 points a game. The first 3 guys, they're all capable of a 60-point game. They're all unbelievable scorers. But we don't have defense, guys. That's the real problem with this team. Besides LeBron, none of these guys can defend. And our center, Zydrunas Ilgauskas, super tall, he could hit threes, but not a great defender either. And trust me, against these other 5 teams, you're gonna need to play defense. Number 5, the Miami Heat. Let's start with small forward, just for fun, LeBron James again. In my opinion, this is the best version of LeBron. 2 MVPs in Miami, he almost won Defensive Player of the Year, but it gets better because he has his big 3. Dwayne Wade at shooting guard, Chris Bosh at power forward. This is pretty much the 2012 Miami Heat. Why that's important is they have chemistry, so if they all play together, their chemistry is gonna be through the roof. Our point guard is Tim Hardaway and Alonzo Mourning at center. What a nasty team, absolutely filthy. Technically, we could put Jimmy Butler at power forward. I do think he's better than Chris Bosh, especially when he was on the Miami Heat, but because of the chemistry, we're gonna stick with Chris Bosh. Number 4, the Chicago Bulls. This team is terrifying because who is scarier than prime MVP Derrick Rose? Michael Jordan! Yo, who is guarding that? Who is guarding Rose and Michael Jordan? I'm not kidding. Nobody in this video can guard both of those guys. Scottie Pippen at the small forward. Jimmy Butler, this is an interesting pick, at the power forward because Jimmy Butler on the Bulls was absolutely unbelievable, and Artis Gilmore at center. Jordan, Pippen, and Butler, all 3 of them are lockdown defenders. You've seen there's so many superstars in this video. That's why we need this defense. Even Artis Gilmore is a great defender. But the most surprising thing about the Bulls is not how good they are. We all knew the Bulls were going to be a great all-time team. What's surprising is that they didn't make the top 3. The top 3, guys, is just really, really good. Moving on to the top 3, the championship contenders. Number 3, the Boston Celtics. At point guard, we have Bob Cousy. You probably don't remember watching him because he played in the 1950s, but he was an MVP. Larry Bird at the 2, Jason Tatum. Oh, Larry Bird and Jason Tatum together. Those are two #1 scorers on the same team. Kevin Garnett at power forward. He's probably the second best power forward in NBA history. And at center, we have the only player with 12 championships, Bill Russell. This is a team that knows how to win. Every single one of them has won championships. Besides Tatum, all of them have won multiple championships. So this team has the talent, but they also have the winning DNA. #2, the Milwaukee Bucks. At point guard, Oscar Robertson making his second appearance of the video. He was in his prime in Milwaukee. Sidney Moncrief and Ray Allen. You might be thinking they're not legends, but Ray Allen is a 3-point sniper, and Sidney Moncrief, he scored 20 points a game, but also won Defensive Player of the Year back-to-back years. Him and Scottie Pippen were the best defenders of the 80s. But still, what really makes this team #2 are our big men. Because at power forward, we've got Giannis Antetokounmpo. And at center, you saw him earlier in this video, but this is when he was really in his prime in Milwaukee, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. But there's one team better. #1. Wait, just for fun, let me show you the worst team. The worst team of the Eastern Conference would be the Charlotte Hornets. At point guard, we've got Kemba Walker, LaMelo Ball, Gerald Wallace, oh my goodness, Derek Coleman, and Alonzo Mourning. This is absolutely horrible. And #1, the Philadelphia 76ers. At point guard, we've got Allen Iverson, Andre Iguodala when he was scoring 25 points a game, Dr. J. Julius Irving, Mr. 30 points and 15 rebounds, Moses Malone makes his return. All we need is a good center. Who do we have? Is it Joel Embiid? No, it's not Joel Embiid. It is Wilt Chamberlain! But I put every height on an NBA team. You've got to see that.